Hey, everybody. We're here talking about how to get your personal credit straight so you can get your business credit. Like a lot of people don't realize that they can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that, hey, you can use your personal credit to get your business credit straight.
Yeah.
You know, I know that sounds crazy, but you can absolutely can. You know, like it doesn't take much to start working on your personal credit. Like a lot of people don't understand that personal credit, besides what you think, it takes your personal credit to get your business credit started. Like for real.
Yeah, I mean, Marvin, that right there is a true statement. And the thing about it is, money magnets, like we try to bring you guys information to empower your finances and to get you closer to the bag. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, so we're going to always try to give you great information. We're going to always try to tell you ways to get to the bag. And we're going to always be very transparent with you and keep it 100.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, I'm going to just go on and dive into it, Marvin, because there's no excuse for bad credit in 2024. There's so many tools out here that can help you. Right. You know, we even have an AI tool that we've seen amazing results on.
Right.
You know, so there's no excuse. You know, like before, credit repair used to be very expensive, but it's not now.
Yeah.
So now what is your excuse to get your life on track?
Right. And then, you know, I've talked to, oh my God, every day.
Yeah.
Hundreds, thousands
of people.
Like literally when I go live, thousands of people. And what I'm beginning to understand is a lot of people feel that, hey, I don't have to have personal credit in order to get business credit. And a little bit of that is true. A little bit. You know, and what that means is you can get net 30s. Okay. Let's make sure we understand what we're talking about. A net 30 is a 30-day charge card, which means for 30 days, you get to borrow this money. But if you don't pay it back, you just ruin your business credit.
Most definitely, Marvin. I have to agree. And, you know, like, you know, we talk about the net 30s, the net 60s, you know, like we have a net 7 at our restaurant where we, you know, we order our food, we pay 7 days later. You know, that's really important to get yourself in position. Depending on what type of business you are, don't set up accounts that you're not going to use.
Right.
You know, when building business credit, set up what you actually are going to use. That's number one. Okay.
Yeah.
Number two, let's dive a little bit deeper into this, Marvin, because it's like, you know, Marvin and I have been doing a lot of videos on fintech and companies where you can get money.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would work on most definitely getting my personal credit straight for the short term.
Okay? And let's talk about, like, somebody asked me today, guy on TikTok, he asked me, and it made so much sense. He was like, what is a good credit score? So I told him, you know, 660, 680 is a minimum. That's the minimum that you want.
Yeah.
So he was like, but Marvin, is it the score or what do you want on the score? And so I was like, well, I think you're right. So now the perfect credit, a mortgage, a car loan, 3 credit cards, an installment loan, 3 inquiries. I would call that like perfect credit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that means you have something in each category.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you know, like I'm telling you guys, credit is starting to change. You know what I'm saying? They're coming out with FICO 9 score,
FICO 10.
FICO 10. And, you know, like the requirements are getting harder and harder, you know, and that's why I think a lot of fintech companies have come in, Marvin, because at least with the fintech companies, okay, so let's back up. With credit, we can repair our credit.
Yeah.
So that doesn't always show a true representation of, do you pay your bills on time? Because anything could have happened that caused you not to pay your bills on time. You know, a bad divorce, you know, you lost your job, you had a medical issue. There's so many things that happen, because I'm going to tell y'all, I don't care who you are, life be lifing.
Yeah.
You know, life is lifing for everybody.
Yeah.
So you want to look at these fintech companies where they're going to tap into your bank account. Like you can fix your credit, but you can't fix that bank account.
Right.
So get on board and not have NSFs, because it's going to read it all the way back. It just does like it analyze your credit. And you know, with the bank, everyone has a banking internal score.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's really important. Like, things are changing. And let me tell you something, guys. Knowledge is power. So get this knowledge and take your power back. Don't let this creep up on you and you be like, well, I didn't know.
Right.
Me and Marvin is here. We giving you all the game.
Yeah.
This is free game, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, we go back and we study these things so that we can bring you information to empower your finances. Me and Marvin, we don't want you to go through some of the things that we went through in business. Business can be hard and tough. You never stop working. Am I right, love?
Never. And just when you think you should work harder. You know, so like what Gloria is saying, the fintech companies, you know, it was a day where, oh, where are your check stubs? You know, where is your bank account? Where is this? Where is that? And the funny thing is, it's not that simple anymore.
No,
they want to connect to your bank account so that they know your monthly revenue, like what we would call your cash flow. So you got to think about what goes in, what comes out, what does the end of the month look like?
When all the dust settles, everything goes in, everything comes out. What is that ending balance? That's what's important, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to tell y'all about real situations we've had. So we had a couple that jumped in our mentoring program. And if you guys want a free business strategy call, make sure you sign up for one of those. And we'll talk to you about your personal credit and your business credit. So we had a couple sign up and they were saying, I don't want to touch my personal credit. Everybody says that.
Yes.
And what you're going to realize is, you can get some net 30s. And then people say, well, I built my business credit without my personal credit. Okay, great. How much money was that? Because, you know, getting 50,000, we just did a video a couple days ago. And to get 50,000 from, say, a bank on the personal side, you can do that. And you can use that 50,000 to start your business, you know, but how did you get the money? You got it from using your personal credit.
Right. That's true.
If you don't have $15,000, $20,000 limits on the personal side, you're not going to get $15,000, $20,000 on the business side.
Right.
It's just not going to happen because no bank wants to be the first bank to lend you money, a lot of money. You know, they want to wait till the next bank does. So like if you got $300, $400 of a limit, when you go to the business side, guess what you're gonna get? $300 or $400.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about, all right, what have I done with my personal credit? Not saying to go in debt. I'm not telling anybody listening to this live, listening to this after the fact. I'm not telling you to go in debt. What I'm telling you to do is get your limits up
and be smart.
Yeah.
You know, like, building business credit and building a business, it's like playing chess.
Right.
You know, let your next move be your best move. You know what I'm saying? So set yourself up for financial success. That's what's really important, is setting yourself up, you know, for financial success. You know, when I met Marvin, I went through a lot of things. Like, my business.
Well, we were both going through a lot.
It was doing this, you know.
Yeah, we were both going through a lot.
Yeah, we were. But by the time I met you, baby, you had already gone through.
Right.
You already done. You don't went through. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, we want to give you information so you don't have to go through some of those things. You know, we learned a lot of things hard knocks, but having a coach, a mentor, can help you not make some of those mistakes. I know I had a mentor, and, you know, one of the most valuable pieces he gave me, he was like, Gloria, you know what? Because I was crying. I'm like, I just lost my business. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. You know, I came from corporate America to start this business. I don't know where I'm going to go. And he told me, he said, you know, Gloria, let me tell you one thing. There's no success without failure.
Yeah.
You know, and we always tell you guys that let your mess be your message.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mess, everything that happened to me, I'm not ashamed of it. You know, I'm very transparent. I'm going to share it with you. You know, it's like, if I made it through, then you can make it through. Right. You know, I've had all my stuff put out on the street.
Right.
I had my car when I first met Marvin. They came and towed my car, y'all. Marvin was looking. He said, what? Gloria, where your car at? I was so embarrassed. I had just met this man.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, what you all got to realize, what we all got to realize is that we have to be better managers of money.
Most definitely.
You know, we got to manage money, like manage your personal credit. Whatever you're doing with your personal credit, that's what's going to transfer over to your business. And so I want you guys to realize that, hey, you know, you can use your personal credit to jumpstart your business. We tell a lot of people that, like, hey, if you want to get 50 loans at $5,000, you can, but you can get one at 50,000 if you just build up your personal credit. You know, because that's where it starts. Like, I was 19 years old when I started my first business. My mother helped me jumpstart my credit, and my personal credit helped me jumpstart my business credit, because I had to use a Discover. I never forget it. It was a Discover and a Capital One that helped me get my business credit started. And you may have to do that. Everybody's situation is different.
Most definitely.
Like, everybody's situation is different. And you got to think about what is my strength? Like, what is my strength? For me, my superpower, my strength, my mother had great credit. She put me on her credit card. That ended up helping me get a credit card. And I used it to buy material, you know, to rent stuff, whatever I was doing in construction at that time. That credit card bought me 30 days.
Most definitely.
60 days.
She set that strong foundation for you,
yeah,
for you to build up. Like, that's the same thing that you should be thinking about and wanting to do for your children as well.
Yeah.
Is building that strong foundation. You know, between Marvin and I, we have 6 kids collectively. And with our children, we set them up with a strong foundation. We got one daughter. She went and just got approved for a car at Navy. She can get like a $40,000 car.
Yeah.
She's only 26.
Yeah.
You know, our other daughter, she bought a brand new car at 21.
Right.
You know, 20. I'm sorry, at 20.
Yeah.
You know, they approved her for what? She bought a $29,000 car. She was able to put, I think, $10,000 down. And she was able to finance the rest with Navy Federal Credit Union. We got another daughter. She just paid $17,000 cash for her car.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, we're not telling you anything that we're not implementing in our day-to-day life and our day-to-day walk, because we've lost a lot of things. So we had to learn this.
Yeah.
You know, so we instilled this in our children, and you should too.
Yeah.
Just like if you want to do business credit, you know how you jumpstart your kids' credit. You got to jumpstart that business credit so that your business can flourish as well. You know, and how does it get jumpstarted? It gets jumpstarted off of, they look at your credit.
They look at your personal credit.
They look at your personal credit.
Yeah, like I've talked to countless people every day, and they think that their personal credit doesn't matter. They're like, I'm not using my personal credit. I don't want to use it. I'm sorry to tell you, and you know, you're going to use your personal credit.
Yeah.
Not saying that they're going to report it on your personal credit, but they're definitely going to look at it.
Most definitely.
So if you guys think this is good information, look, I want y'all, if anybody has any issues with their personal credit, I need y'all to type AI in the chat.
AI in the chat.
Yeah.
And even after this, and we put this on replay.
Yeah.
You can still type AI in the chat, and we're still going to take good care of you.
Yeah. Type AI in the chat if you need help with your personal credit. And then I need you guys, if you want help with your business credit, you know, let's get in a free business strategy call.
Yes.
And let's figure out what we got to do and to help you get to where you want to go with your business credit.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of different avenues. It could be your personal credit that gets you there. It could be your business credit. It could be net 30s for some centers. For some people, it could be net 30s. For some people, it could be, all right, I'm going to make sure that I pay everything on time and I get large limits. If it's large limits, that could transfer over to the business side. But remember, your personal credit can help start your business credit. In most cases, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. It really does in most cases, Marvin. You know, like, you know, like right now, guys, we're going through a really tough, right now, the economy is not saying it. They're not saying, hey, we're in a recession. But right now, people are going through a tough time.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to hold on to what money that they have.
Yeah.
And it's really important that you be very strategic about how you're moving with building your business credit, how you're moving with making sure your personal credit is good. That's really, really important. And it's the key. You know, like I'm telling you guys, if I would have known back then what I know now, boy, I'd be on the whole I'll be like, I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level because I'm telling you, I went through it. And this information should help you so you don't have to go through it. Get yourself, you know, jump on a free strategy call with Marvin and I so we can just take a look at it and we can tell you, hey, this is the best way instead of just jumping out there. Sometimes we jump out there, you know, feet first. You know, don't do it.
You know, a lot of times start your business part-time. You know, I heard a guy today, he was like, he has a full-time job. He's starting Turu on the side. I think he even said Airbnb. Practice whatever it is that you want to do part-time. Like play with it part-time. Figure out, is this something I really want to do? And most people are saying, hey, Marv, I need credit repair. You know, a lot of times you got to keep working on your credit. It's not something that you do one month, 2 months, and then you stop. Yeah, keep working on your credit. Credit repair. You know, I'm going to tell you what made Gloria and I great with credit repair. We set up a system and we did it every month. Like people think, oh, it's magic in credit repair.
It's not.
It's not. You know what it is? We got customers and we worked on their credit every 35 to 40 days.
So that was being what? Consistent
and persistent.
It's very important. Marvin talks about that all the time. And he practiced that in our life. He'd be like, oh, we got to be consistent, Glo. You can't be, you know, like we work out. And I stopped working out because we've been tired. We've been flying and, you know, jet lag. And he was like, I don't want no excuses. Tomorrow is the day because, you know, we got to be consistent. You can't just stop.
Right.
You can't stop. Who's giving up?
Right.
We cannot give up.
Yeah. Let's go, y'all. And so, you know, when you're thinking about your personal credit, so I look at credit every day. You got to think about your inquiries. If you want great chances at getting business credit, have less than 3 inquiries in the last 6 months. If you got a $10,000 credit card, try to be less than 3,000. All right. Somebody else says, all right, Marvin, what's the best bank? I get asked this
all the time,
every day. What is the best bank? You know what the best bank is? The best bank is the one close to your house or close to your business. Remember that. That's the best bank.
The small banks have all the money. All the money. I'm telling you guys, like, we went to a small bank. Marvin was like, Gloria, we need to go over here and open up an account. I'm like, huh? Why we open up an account over there?
Right.
And then later on, a few months later, I started seeing they sign everywhere, building like banks and building communities. You know, they were lending money like no tomorrow. I was just like, wow, you know. So that was like one of the best things that we could have done. Like, you have to. And then, you know, we were looking at an SBA loan for one of our clients. We went actually in and talked to the VP of the bank. He was at the bank. I'm like, wow.
And you know, you got to think about it. The same people that you get money from on the personal side can be the same people that give you money on the business side. Like, we just dropped a video on YouTube where we talked about, once American Express, either you open a checking account or you open a savings account, credit card, security card. Once you get one inquiry from American Express on the personal side, they don't pull your credit anymore. And from that point on, it's a soft pull.
So you can get multiple products because guess what? You're in their ecosystem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want you in their ecosystem.
Yep. And then once you establish a relationship, so think about it. Like somebody said, Marvin, today, they were asking me, what do you know about Regions Bank? I was like, man, I have been with Regions Bank for 15, 20 years. So most banks now, they don't want you coming, opening up a checking account and then asking for a bunch of money.
Grabbing the bag and running.
Yeah, they want you to be there 90 days, 120 days. Then they'll give you a loan. You know, like I had somebody the other day, she told me, she said the bank offered me 14,000 and I decided I didn't want it. I didn't want the 14,000. I told them I'll take 3. And why do we do that? That means we don't trust ourselves.
Right.
That means we don't trust ourselves.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying is, you know, like I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, most of the urban Black people, once we get something, we get so happy we don't know what to do, and we may spend too much. And it's not about that. It's about getting large limits and holding on to it, not spending a lot.
Discipline, Marvin. It's about being disciplined.
Yeah. Discipline.
You have to learn how to be disciplined with your money and making sure that you have it there when you need it. You know, that's the biggest thing. It's like you can't get it when you need it, but they're giving you all the money that you want when you don't need it.
Right.
So take it and hold it. We're not saying go into debt.
Yeah, I'm not saying go into debt.
We're not saying that at all, but we're just saying have yourself set up for rainy days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to know why rich people are so rich? They make sure they have 6 months of saving somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Where if anything happens, they can pay their bills for at least 6 months and be okay. You know, rich people live poor and poor people live rich.
Ooh, say that again.
That's why that's the problem. It's like rich people are rich because rich people live poor. And poor people live like we rich. We live like we got everything. Yeah. And we don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to just take time out and think about these things. It's just so important. Get yourself in position. This is 2024. Keep telling yourself. You've been telling yourself the same thing last year that you're telling yourself today.
Right.
Well, when are you going to get off the couch and make a change for yourself?
Let's go.
You owe you this. Nobody owes you this. And in order for you to get to the money, get to the bag, as I would say, is get your personal credit in order so that you can get to the bag.
Yeah, because I talk to I'll get on different social media
platforms,
and I'll hear people say over and over, I need credit repair.
Yeah,
I'm working on it. My credit is going through this. I'm going through that.
Yeah,
you know, let's tighten up the personal credit so we can get into business. You know, and if y'all like this, share this with 3 other people. Share this live with 3 other people because people need to hear this. Get the personal credit in order. We have an AI program. If you guys want this AI program, even after this live is over, DM us
put AI in the chat
on YouTube. Put AI in the chat, and then we will text this to you. We will jump on a free business strategy call for those of you. For those of you who want to get into business or you're in business, but you want more capital. You know, make sure we're going to leave a link that's for a free business strategy call. If you guys are ready to get in business. So let's talk about business so that they use their personal credit to get in business. So now the first thing you're going to do, contact the Secretary of State. Then get with your tax person. Figure out if you need a C Corp or LLC. Then get your EIN number. Then get a bank account. Along with the bank account, you're going to get an email. You're going to use your phone number. You can take your cell phone and turn it into a business phone. You don't have to go get a whole phone just to go in business. And I'm going to tell y'all, as of this recording, be careful when you're setting up virtual offices. Like now we're hearing from certain lenders, not everybody, but some lenders are going to deny you if you set up a virtual office.
Most definitely. And the way that you need to just check your virtual office when they give you an address. You can go on the United Postal Service and you can put that address in there and it's going to tell you if it's listed as a residential or a commercial.
Got it.
So it's really, really important, guys. Like it's important. You know, you don't want to get denied. Like we had a client that got denied because he forgot to pay his Secretary of State.
Oh my God.
Just think about those small things can cost you big money. He lost $50,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to any small business.
Yeah.
$50,000 that can infuse any small business.
Yeah.
So you just want to make sure that you're doing all the right things and making sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. It's the little small things that mean so much, Marvin.
Right. And then if you're using your personal credit, so I look at credit all the time, so I can tell these credit stories all day long. So make sure you don't get a 30-day late. You know,
that's the worst.
Yeah, I was looking at a business. They had great credit, but every now and then, every other month on one account, they had a 30-day late. Yeah. You guys don't want to get 30-day lates on your personal credit. That will severely
cripple you.
Yeah, on the business side.
It will cripple you.
And then, you know, the funny thing about credit is you can repair your personal credit, but you can't repair your business credit. I mean, you can work on it to repair it, but
it's tougher because there's no governing laws on business credit like it is on personal credit.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot on personal credit.
Yeah.
But on business credit, the doors are wide open.
Yeah, and you can remove anything on personal credit. You know, I had people that battle with child support, student loans, mortgages, repos, late payments, whatever. Mm-hmm. You can remove it, but the thing is, don't let it happen in the first place. Exactly. Like that's what holds us back is we start letting stuff happen to our personal credit. Then we think we're going to jump over to the business side, and it may not happen. It may not happen. So I want you guys to be really careful with your personal credit, and then know that if you can get, like we just did a video on PenFed Credit Union.
Yeah.
All right. PenFed Credit Union offers $50,000 on the personal side. Navy Federal, they offer a home equity loan.
And then PenFed also, you know, like I get so many credit questions about debt consolidation.
Yeah.
PenFed offers debt consolidation loan. Like, where they do that at without you having to mess up your personal credit, Marvin?
Right.
It's like amazing. Like, check out some of our videos. Like, we giving out some good game that can possibly, you know, change your life.
Yeah, yeah. And remember that, you know, like Gloria said, you know, we put out a lot of videos. You can go to Marvin and Gloria Smith, subscribe, like, share. I mean, we've dropped so much information. It's almost been a year. It's getting close to a year. And you know that we've been on YouTube.
I love everything about it because it, you know, like it's really like for Marvin and I, it's a disservice if we're not sharing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a disservice. So I'd be so full of knowledge and I'd be about to burst. Yeah. So I'm so glad we were able to start this YouTube channel so that we can empower people finances and we can share, you know, not only our journey, but share with you how to get this type of car, how to get this, and what's the best way to start my business.
Right.
You know, like in our mentorship, I brought on a accountant to talk to our mentees about, you know, the business structure. It's my business set up properly because, you know, a lot of times we'll go out and we'll be like, oh, I want to be a business owner and go set yourself up yourself. Right. And you didn't set it up quite right. And then,
like he told us, sometimes you may have to change the structure.
Like sometimes,
as you make money, you might want to be an LLC, and later on, you might want to turn into a C corp. So it really depends. This journey that we're on, all we're talking about right now is the beginning. So in the beginning, you might want to start with your personal credit. You might want to have an installment loan.
Yes.
You might want to have a credit card. All of these different things to help you get started. But I'm going to tell y'all, like I've talked to so many people since Saturday, do not think that you're not going to use your personal credit for your business. You're going to use it.
Yeah.
You're going to use it.
Period.
And a lot of times your personal credit can get you in business faster than your business credit because you got to remember, you got to spend money with every, you know, every vendor if you're doing a net 30. So net 30s are 30-day accounts, and you got to end up spending $100 to $400 per account. So somebody asked me yesterday, well, how many do I got to set up? I was like 5 to 10 because you can't, it's not like personal credit. Personal credit, you go buy a car, it's showing up in 30 days.
Yeah.
Business credit, you could buy something, it may not show up for 3 months.
Most definitely. And it may not show up at all.
Yeah.
You may have to make it show up. So yeah, that is a very, very good point, Marvin. And like, it's just really, really important. These are things that you need to know.
Yeah.
Like, if your trades are not showing up, then you can go to something called eCredible.
Yeah.
eCredible will help you make your trade show up.
Correct.
Of course, do they charge? Yes, but it's not that much, and it's so worth it if you want your business accounts to show up on your business credit.
Correct. And realize that, you guys, if you're really serious about business, it doesn't matter if you use your personal credit and your business credit, because you're going to lead by integrity. You're going to want to pay these things on time because you're going to want to further the relationship.
And let me give a good example, Marvin.
Okay.
So this is what we mean by your personal credit, okay? So when we decided that we were going to go, like, we've been with Wells Fargo a long time. So we were like, okay, the restaurant is close to the Bank of America. We have to drive far. The managers have to drive far to get change from Wells Fargo. So we decided that we were going to open up a Bank of America account for Cafe Social House because it was right down the street, okay? Right. So when we went to open up the Cafe Social House account, they immediately offered, of course, they checked our credit. Right. They immediately offered to open up account. They do a soft pull, y'all. If y'all don't know that, I'm telling you, they do a soft pull. Certain banks do a soft pull to open up a checking account, okay? Right. So they did a soft pull on us, and they offered us a business credit card. Now, they offered us the business credit card because they already don't saw the credit.
Right.
So if they see the personal credit, guess what? They offering us money.
A card.
So this goes back to why it's important for you to make sure that personal credit is together.
And look, if the personal credit is not together, I was talking about this the last couple of days.
Okay.
Get a secure card.
Yeah.
Did you guys know you can get a secure card for the business? You can get a secure card for your personal. The bank wants you to have good credit. They want you to get to a point where you can borrow money because that's how they stay in business.
They in the business of lending.
They're in the business
of lending. They want to lend. They want to open the doors because the more money that they have lending on the more their books needs to have money on it. They need to lend money. So the more they have on their books and it's positive, people are paying, the more they're going to want to lend.
Correct.
It all goes hand in hand.
Yeah. So look, the moral of this story, what we've been saying, and I wanted to do this video because I had so many people telling me my credit is bad. I don't want to use it. I want to use,
business credit.
Yeah, I want to set up business credit. And I was like, look, you're not going to get a lot of money. Like literally right before I hit the live button, somebody on TikTok was like, I want a Dun & Bradstreet. I want business credit and I'm not using my social. And I was like, good luck with that, because you're not going to get a lot of money not using your business. Your social. I'm sorry, your social. So realize that it all starts with your personal credit. Everything. If you guys don't notice, you notice now. I see my guy Robert on here, Paul, Mitchell. These guys know. I had a long talk with Robert twice today, and he said it. He realized that business credit is very important. Not saying that you got it all together at one time. It's a process.
Most definitely. And there's steps to it, and don't think that we're just saying, oh, go blow it back, or no, we're saying get your personal on point and get your business on point.
Exactly.
You can do you can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
One of the biggest downfalls for small businesses is like, we don't raise enough capital.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of capital and we think we made it.
Yeah.
I was one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest with you.
Just a small bit.
I only raised a little bit when I opened up our first restaurant. That was like back in 2007.
Right.
I opened my first restaurant before I met my amazing husband. And I did raise enough capital, but baby, I had that American Express Platinum. You couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I made it, Marvin, because I had a platinum card and I had about $20,000 working capital after all the dust settled with me building out. Yeah. That's not money. You know how quickly a business can fly through $20,000? That's not money.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you're setting your foundation up properly.
Amen.
Even if you don't use the money, have it so when you need it, you can use it.
Like I talked to a couple the other day, and they said they need 25,000.
Right.
They had a brick and mortar building. They had cars. They had a lot of stuff for the business. I'm like, no, you need 120,000. Like you don't need 20 or 30,000. You need 120 because we never plan for things to go wrong. And sometimes they do.
And let me give you an example. You know, Marvin and I, you know, guys, we have a full service restaurant in Atlanta. Thank God we are blessed that we can live in Puerto Rico and we have a good team to manage the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. So the freezer went out and the ice maker went out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now just think if I didn't have the working capital that I needed to buy that. The freezer was $3,000. Was it it was the freezer or the refrigerator? The refrigerator. I'm sorry. It was the refrigerator.
Right.
The refrigerator was $3,000 and the doggone ice maker was a couple of thousand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look how quickly I blew through probably $6,000
on two appliances.
On two appliances and they're not appliances that I can say, I'll wait and get it next month. These are necessities to keep the business going. To keep the business running.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you have that cash sitting there so when you need it, you can use it.
And get large limits. The main goal of this video was to say get large limits.
Yeah.
Get large limits on your credit cards, installment loans. Use that extra money or the extra money you get and use that to start your business. Start your business part-time.
Yes.
And let that business start to earn money where it replaces your income. Guess what? The next thing you know, you're gone. You know, so use your personal credit to start your business. This is a real story for myself. I use my personal credit to start my business. You guys are so fortunate now. You get to listen to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram about how to set up business credit before you start the business.
And we didn't have that back
We didn't have that. Yeah, we didn't have that.
We didn't have
that. You know, so you guys take this information, watch these videos, subscribe, and
like and share.
And I wish you guys the best. Y'all have a great night.
Have a good night.